What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ review, and I'm going to finally get around to giving you my review of the season finale of Survivor Island of the Idols, season 39. And what can I say about this season? I didn't like this season. This season got bogged down by way too much politics. Way too much politics. I think that part of that was because Missy was on the season, Jamal was on the season. You know, you had people on the season who these social issues are very important to them, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But the season came to be about the social politics. Let's forget about Dan for a second. Outside of the touching, it still became about social politics, which became very, I don't know, it became very exhausting to me. I'm not a fan of we are inundated today. The country is so divided and we've become so tribal in our politics that entertainment has become an escape. And it's an escape for me. I think it's an escape for a lot of people. And to have Survivor become part of those, and to be fair, they're important issues. These are important issues. These social politic issues are important. But I don't want to live them 24/7. I want to have my escapes also. And for one of my dear escapes to become inundated with those social politics, it just became very tiring for me. And as the season wore on, the season became more and more uninteresting to me. Especially since I think the Island of the Idols was really kind of a bust. It really was. Rob and Sandra were barely in it. I think a lot of people would look at that as a good thing. I look at it as a bad thing because we were promised something that we weren't really delivered on. And the eventual winner, Tommy, he never even went to Island of the Idols. So if you come to Island of the Idols, you get a lesson. We're going to help you win. Well, the winner didn't even need you guys. So I don't know. I just feel like the whole Island of the Idols thing was a bust. The Dan thing. I'm not going to get into whether or not I think he was guilty, whether or not I think he was innocent. Clearly, CBS thought he was guilty, and that's good enough for me. But it made the season feel icky. Whether you think Dan was innocent or not, I could care less. I honestly don't care. But it made the season feel icky. Because when we're talking about issues such as inappropriate touching of females, yeah, it's important issues, but the whole thing just left a really sour taste in my mouth that I really wasn't interested in seeing how it all played out. So I'm going to try not to talk about the whole Dan issue here, especially since it's the finale and Dan wasn't even in the finale. But the whole thing just felt icky. The whole season felt icky. Let's talk about the finale a little bit. Janet getting voted out. She was I think she was everybody's favorite after Elaine got voted out. I think Janet was definitely everybody's favorite. And then when Janet got voted out, I think a lot of people shifted to Lauren. I know I did. When Janet got voted out, I wanted Lauren to win because I think she kind of earned it. But Nora, my goodness. Nora is nuts, guys. She is nuts. Entertaining, but nuts. The season, which, by the way, this season was a bust. The season was a bust. It ranks in the bottom tier of my favorite Survivor seasons of all time. But imagine how bad it would have been without Nora. Like her or hate her, wanted her to win or wanted her to lose, she was at least entertaining. I wasn't a fan. I didn't want her to win, but at least she was entertaining. So Nora wins final immunity, and she has Lauren go against Dean in the fire making challenge, which, by the way, I like that component of Survivor. You know, they've been doing that for a couple seasons now, having 3 and 4 go at each other in a fire making contest. I like that. And Dean wins, so that made a final 3 of Dean, Tommy, and Nora. Now, Nora was a GOAT. Everybody knew Nora was not going to win. Dean won me over with his tribal council speech. I even texted a buddy after Dean's tribal council speech, and I said, wow, he won me over. He should win. I did. I wanted Dean to win after that speech. Unfortunately, he didn't. Tommy won. And, you know, I think that Tommy also made a good case. I feel like I went into final tribal council, not really caring about any of them. Dean made the best case to me. After Dean's speech, I wanted him to win. But Tommy made a great case. Tommy deserved to win too. So Tommy ends up winning, and then we go to the reunion show, and there's some people missing from the reunion show, and then they have the big kind of Jeff and Kelly. And am I alone? I thought that whole session with Jeff and Kelly in the reunion show, I thought it felt very awkward to me. I thought it felt very awkward. It felt very strange. Maybe I'm alone, but I didn't think that. I think that Jeff had the best intentions to handle that as well as he could, but I just feel like it was really weird. The whole interaction, the whole dialogue was really strange and really weird. Oh, let's back up to Tommy. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's back up to Tommy. I think that Tommy, when Tommy was on the trail of that idol, when they went to Island of the Idols to live there, when he was on the trail of that idol, I was rooting for the guy to find it. I was. But then Dean, he actually, again, Dean should have won. My opinion, Dean should have won, because Dean's the one who cracked the code and was able to find the idol. He didn't have to use it. I thought that whole scenario, that whole idol hunting scenario at the Island of the Idols, I thought that was immensely entertaining. That was the best segment of the entire season, was hunting for that idol and Dean eventually finding it. But guys, I don't want to belabor this too much. The season finale was fine. I would have rather seen Janet win. I would have rather seen Lauren win. I would have rather seen Dean win. I'm glad Nora didn't win. It was a fine season finale that was tacked on the end of just a really bad, dull season. That being said, Survivor 40 is coming. I've already done a couple videos on Survivor 40, Winners at War, and I'm going to do another video probably before the end of the weekend where I'm going to predict the boot order for Winners at War. I have no inside information at all. I'm a history teacher who lives in rural Ohio, so I have no inside information. But I'm still gonna make a prediction on how I think the boot order is gonna look, and I look forward to getting that video out to you guys. But guys, lifelong Survivor fan, I've never missed an episode since season 1, and this is one of the weakest to me. This is one of the weakest seasons for me. I mean, this is right there with like One World. As far as One World, Thailand, Marquesas, as far as some of the weakest seasons ever. I mean, this was just a dull, boring season. It was a dull, boring season that really made me feel icky. It made me kind of like, this was the first season of Survivor ever where on Wednesday, I wasn't pumped up and excited about Survivor. I was kind of like, oh yeah, Survivor's on. What kind of craziness is going to happen tonight? And not craziness in a good way, like Russell Hantz, Brandon Hantz, Coach. Not craziness in a good way. Whether you like those guys or not, they were immensely entertaining in their craziness. This was craziness in a bad way. Craziness in a yuck way. So, I'm glad this season is over. Let me know what you thought of this season in the comments down below. And thank you so much for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you later.